What is up, you guys? Welcome back to my channel. Oh my goodness. This video is probably gonna be my favorite of all time. Purely because, number one, I'm sat on the floor. Does anybody else just love sitting on the floor sometimes? I don't know why. I've got a perfectly good sofa behind me, but I don't know. Something about the floor, we love it. Number two, obviously. And number three, well, actually I say and number three as if that's the final point. No, it's not. Number three, this is low-key a mukbang because I'm eating my dinner at the same time, which, oh my god, I want to show you guys. Dun, da, da, da. I don't know if you can see, but we do have here some birria tacos. Oh my goodness. I've been obsessed with these ever since they've kind of gone viral on TikTok. They just look so delicious. And Mexican food is just unreal. So I got myself some for dinner to like have a little munch along while we do this video. And point number four as to why this is my favorite video. I think there's a fifth point, but point number four is the most important one. I love these videos. I'm not sure why I've titled this yet, but all I know is that this is just gonna be a girl talk. Anything goes, advice, plans for 2021. Just a really sit down, chat with me, chatty video, feeling like it's one-on-one. I feel like normally when it comes to these videos, I always say like, I don't want to make these too long, yada, 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 but I feel like today I want this to be a long video. I'm actually really loving long videos at the moment. I love just putting them on while we're getting ready, which is why I wanted to post this today, which is the day before New Year's Eve. I wanted this to be a video that you guys could put on while you're getting ready or something like that. We can just, you know, drink along together, eat together while you're probably getting ready. But number five, as to why this is my favorite video, and I'm sorry that this intro is so long, is because, well, this isn't a favorite reason, but this is my last video of 2020. So kind of my favorite reason is that like, it's the end of 2020. Thank goodness. I don't know what I think is gonna change in the next few days in terms of like getting better, but I feel like there's just been this huge stigma around 2020 of it just being awful. So much bad things happened in 2020. Praying, manifesting. I always thought that 2021 was gonna be the best year. Praying that it gets better. We've all been through enough. Please, Lord, bless us with this just being an uplifting, positive, blessed year. At this point, I don't know what I've called this video, but all I know is that I got you guys to send me in a ton of advice related questions in general, things just about 2021, like my goals and just like asking me things about next year and stuff like that. So this is a full-on chatty video, so start priming your face or grab a beverage, you know, or whatever you're doing. Just sit down and enjoy the next however long this is. I have anticipated this to be quite a long video. I'm gonna quickly, oh gosh, should we do this like ASMR vibes? Oh, that was good. That was good. Grab your food, grab your drinks, grab your makeup brush, get cozy, get glam. Without further ado, cheers to it being the end of 2020, and let's jump straight into this video. Okay, so the first question, I've literally scrolled all the way down to the bottom. I've had so many of you guys send in questions, things you want advice on, stuff like that. So like I said, I'm really excited for this to be quite a long video, and I hope you guys are too. Oh, by the way, before anyone asks, this like cropped jumper thing, I don't know how I feel about it. Is it a vibe? How do we feel about these kind of jumpers? Like, I don't know. Anyway, it's from Pretty Little Thing. I can link it for you if you want. And my glasses are from Key Australia. But the first question is, any advice on how to stick to resolution? Trying to make myself a happier person next year. Okay, so I feel like this answer might cover a few other things that people have asked me, like what my goals are for 2021 and just like what I want to achieve and stuff like that. Me, Hannah and Mads were talking the other day, and I think we watched a few people's videos where they had done the same thing, or we've just seen people do the same thing, is to make yourself like a manifestation mood board of stick pictures on things that inspire you and that you aspire to have or you aspire to be, or just, I don't know, things that motivate you, all on a big board, or just like physically write it down. I feel like that's when you know how much you want something, is when it's staring at you in the face all the time. Maybe change your background. Let's say, for example, you're trying to achieve a fitness goal. Now, I don't necessarily think it's healthy to have like a body image as like your phone background, or to stick something like that on a manifestation board. If that works for you, that's absolutely fine. I know that can be a little bit of a I don't know, I don't really want to recommend you doing that, but if that kind of thing works for you and like not in a negative and harmful way, then go ahead and do that. But maybe just have like inspiring quotes, or just like something, or just something that helps you remember how much you want that goal, whatever it is. If it's, yeah, to do with your body weight, to be at a weight that you feel healthy and happy with, whether if it's, I'm trying to think of other goals that people have. Maybe you want to buy a house at the end of the year, like images of the house, or just like, I don't know, like interior design like ideas that just like a living room, for example, that you really, really love the look of, and you're like, I want that living room, and the way to get that living room is to, you know, save up for the house that I really want, or just something like that. Just putting it all out there visually. If you're like a visual learner, whoa, slap me wee tat. If you're a visual learner, I feel like having a visual representation of basically like my brain is going to be really beneficial for me. So me, Hannah and Matt have spoken about like making a mood board or a manifestation board, and we did think maybe that might be a fun like a video to do. I know we're maybe a little bit late, but we could just do it in January or something. So if that's something that you want to see, let us know in the comment section down below, because whether or not we film it or not, I'm definitely going to do one. I know Hannah definitely said she wanted to do one, and I feel like that's how I'm going to stick to resolutions, is just remembering how much you want it. When, like, for example, I'm gonna stick with like the body image thing, just because I know that is so many people's resolutions, is to like, you know, go to the gym more and stuff like that. And I know people like, there's all the jokes that like they say it every year and they never actually do it, but like the sooner you start, you know, the sooner you begin to get into a routine and it becomes fun and it's something that you enjoy and it becomes a habit. And then, you know, when you continue with a habit, it becomes more impactful. And this is a good habit to have, do you know what I mean? I always like the phrase where it's like, I always regret not going to the gym and never regret when I do. And that always is, I don't know, I don't know if is that a good mindset to have? I don't know. That's just an example of things. Just remembering how much you want it. Otherwise it wouldn't be a resolution, and the feeling of regret it's like such a, I feel like that's one of the worst feelings ever. Just remember how much you want it and remember why you're doing it, to feel better. Hopefully it's just like a you thing, and it's to feel better about yourself, and like summer goals or something like that. I feel like that's the best way to like stick to resolutions, is just trying to remember how much you want it, and maybe, yeah, have a visual representation somewhere, or like a visual board somewhere that you see all the time, in a place that you're gonna see all the time, and remind yourself why you're doing this. Someone said, wait, hang on, taco break. Oh my God, if you're in Manchester, wow. Really glad I did my makeup for this. If you're in Manchester, this place is called Don Tacos. So good. Okay, somebody said, life feels so repetitive. How do I overcome it? I feel like this is a great question, because I feel like so many people must feel in the same boat right now. I definitely feel in the same boat right now. I don't know what it is about this period between Christmas and New Year's. All the days just blur into one. Like, I don't really know what to like do with myself, but definitely coming into the new year, if work and stuff is all like a bit of a question mark with all of these lockdown rules, and you are finding yourself just at home not having much to do. Again, me and Hannah and Mads had said that like in 2021 we really want to like learn a new hobby or take up an old hobby that used to make me really, really happy, that like just because of life and work and stuff I no longer did anymore. For example, I love to dance. Like, I used to do a dance class back in the day. I just love dancing. It makes me feel so happy. I like low-key think I'm kind of a good dancer. And I don't know, I was just like, would it be really weird if I like took up a street dance class or like something? Because as much as it makes me nervous to like go to a class, it's so much fun. And I feel like so many fun things we're not doing because our nerves get in the way of it. But like, kind of miss that feeling of being nervous for something, and then just having so much fun, and then coming out the end of it being like, I am so glad that I did that. Do you know what I mean? And I feel like hobbies or classes and, you know, just that kind of thing, it's that feeling, and I really want to do that. So maybe if your days are feeling repetitive because you've got nothing to do, take up a new hobby. It doesn't have to be going out to a class and stuff, because obviously I feel like with the new lockdown rules, maybe classes aren't really happening, but just a new hobby in general. Another hobby that I want to do is to learn French. I low-key think I can read French, kind of understand French, but I really want to like learn to properly speak French, especially because one of the things that we want to be doing in 2021 is doing Maddie's Paris trip that me and Hannah got her for her birthday. So I would just love, by the time that we go to Paris, I can actually like speak a little bit of French, or at least converse slightly. Do you know what I mean? So just like, I don't know, something like that, just a hobby that you can do at home. Painting, for example, get some art supplies off Amazon. Fucking put more money in Jeff Bezos' pocket. But seriously, get some paint brushes. Even if you're not a good painter, if you've got nothing to do, this is a new thing to wake up, learn, and just draw something or paint something, or whether if it's a puzzle or something. I feel like I definitely said this at the beginning of last year. like when we first went into the lockdown. But honestly, just like a hobby or something, or maybe challenge yourself to do something new every day. If it's not the same hobby, maybe it's just something different every day to just keep your brain in check, keep you working, keep you entertained, and trying not to let the days feel too repetitive. I feel like can't really think of any other advice. I think that's good. And I feel like that also lets you guys a little insight on some of the things that I want to do in 2021. Number one, travel when we can. Still don't know how I feel about everyone traveling at the moment. Anyway, obviously travel when we can and it's safe and stuff. And two, hobbies or languages. They're things that I really want to like try and focus on. Now I know how these years are going and that these lockdowns are probably still going to be happening for like a while. I want to be productive during them, because how good does it feel to say that you've been productive? Like, don't you just love it? Like when people tell you that they've done nothing that day and you're just like, well, I did X, Y, and Z and I feel so good about it. So I want my days to be more productive. I want to make the best of my time. And I feel like hobbies or something like that is a great way to make the most of your time and the days be less boring. A lot of people have asked me what my 2021 goals are and 2021 manifestations are and stuff, and like I want to like share them with you guys, but do keep seeing a lot of things that are like, you shouldn't share your goals with everyone because not everyone wants to support you, and there are people out there that like that are out there to get you. Do you know what I mean? But I think my followers, you guys are the fucking best followers ever. And I know that's not the case, but I know that it's not just my followers that watch my videos. I have written them all down on my phone, but like I said, I do want to do like, maybe we do like that manifestation board video with you guys. I think that's amazing for like everyone to just lay it all out, write it all down, and just have a visual representation of like what they're thinking inside of their brain. So just in case that we do that video, I'm not gonna say too much. I'll read out like a few things that are a bit more less personal and more just like general type things. Obviously, we've got the podcast launch. That is a 2021 thing. And I know we've been talking about it for so long and there's just so much behind the scenes stuff that like we can't really discuss. And I've said it before, that's the reason why there's been like little bits of delays, bar the fact that we are in the middle of a pandemic and the whole filming thing. We would have other people help us, and obviously that's not really like allowed at this moment in time. So we'll see. If time does continue to tick, I feel like we will take a different route with it. But obviously I want that launch in 2021. It will happen in 2021, just not sure when about it's gonna be. I'm obviously hoping for more of the beginning of the year, but I'm just so excited for that, you guys. Like I am just gagging to be speaking on that microphone and chatting shit to you guys about dicks, sex, boys, advice, what the fuck we get up to, story times, all of that kind of stuff. I am so excited. Oh God, I just want that, like, I just feel like it's gonna be amazing and I can't wait for you guys to listen to it. And I know that's gonna happen this year, so I'm just so excited for that. I've also got 2 collabs, which I'm really excited about. It was 3, cancelled one because just, it didn't work out. So I've got 2 collab launches, which I am so excited. Like, oh my God, they're 2 like of my favorite things. Like you guys are just gonna love it. Like I am so excited for you guys to see them. So they're kind of like my 2021 like official things that I know are gonna happen. So it's not really a goal, but like I'm just like counting down the days till they do. And then goals, I've put travel more because I'm hoping that we do, and as soon as we are allowed to travel and you know I'm healthy and I know it's not putting anyone at danger, I really just want to make up for the lack of travel that we haven't been able to do this year. Traveling just makes me so happy, experiencing different, you know, environments and cultures and weather, and just, oh, there's nothing like it. If you're fortunate, you can get money back, but experiences when you're traveling, like with your friends and stuff, are just irreplaceable and the best memories ever. And if this year has taught us anything, is that life is just so unexpected. You never know what's going to happen tomorrow, so make the most of today. Which is kind of why, like, the fact that people are traveling now, the fact that, like, I know people getting a lot of shit for it and stuff, and I get this side, like, you know, read the room, very hard time for everyone right now, but if you can, you know, why not? It's also my other mindset, but I'm so question mark about traveling at the moment that I'm just, I'd rather not. But I'm enjoying everyone's holiday content. Like it just makes me jealous, but in a way that's like a positive, like, oh my God, I can't wait till I can travel. Like, do you know what I mean? So I definitely want to travel more next year when we can. Like I said, start a new hobby. Definitely want to focus on being healthy. Still not sure about my boob reduction. Like I know I want to do it, I'm scared. But first of all, I think I just want to get to a body that I'm happy with, and then the boobs. I think I was quite quick to jump the gun thinking like, yes, boobs, but then so many of you guys that had a boob reduction yourself or just giving me advice said, you know, lose the weight that you want to lose first, because you never know, you might like lose it from your boobs, and especially if you're doing weight training and stuff, they actually get like a lot firmer and perkier and stuff. So just focus on that first, and you know, then if you still want the boob reduction, do it. And that's kind of the way that my mind is thinking. So I'm hoping maybe sometime next year I will do that. But if I get to a happy boob, I'm in a happy boob place, but if I get to an even happier boob place without the reduction, then maybe not. So that's kind of a question mark. I obviously have kind of goals when it comes to like YouTube and Instagram. I want to get my Instagram in check. I don't know, do you guys care about an Instagram theme? I feel like that's the way that people grow on Instagram, is when they've got like a really like aesthetic theme and stuff. But I don't want to do a theme like everyone else, even though I love the kind of like minimalist, I don't know, like clean themes. Like I love them, everyone else loves them right now, but I still want to keep my like cheeky sexy side. So maybe I'll like merge them together and come up with like my own theme. But I just want to like focus on Instagram and YouTube as well. I want to get my YouTube in check. I want to like, I feel like the growth of YouTube right now is so hard, but I want to get to a place where I'm just producing content that I'm obsessed with, you guys are obsessed with, that's really fun to watch. And I feel like I'm getting to a place like that now. I think me, Hannah and Mads have established that we just love filming together, and then we also love our little individual videos. I feel like we're getting there to a place of producing content that we really, really love. It's just like figuring out how to grow in that sense, you know. I don't want to do like clickbait, that kind of video to like get people's attention to like subscribe to me. Do you know what I mean? So hopefully just like figure that out. I literally wrote down make hella money. Period. And I feel like me, Hannah and Mads really want to do something like together in terms of like something, not like the podcast, but just like other things, maybe like a fashion something or a makeup something, you know, just like something like that. We really want to do something together. I don't know, that would just be amazing. So they're kind of things that I'm like, they're like goals and like praying, hoping, wishing for. If I'm blessed enough that anything that I don't even know is like a thing yet comes my way, I'm like receptive to it. I feel like that's like a lot of my like goals and stuff like that I've shared with you. So let's manifest it now. And I manifest that you guys write down your goals, and I hope you achieve them all next year. Or if not all of them, at least some. Or like 2021 is the year to just kick ass. I'm gonna cheers to that. Someone said, what's your opinion on going back to an ex? I had loads of people saying how to get over an ex. I am not the best at giving like this kind of advice, but I try and give it to my friends. So this is all I have to say. If you know you want to get over them, like I said, I'm a very visual person. So for me, blocking, deleting, all of that kind of stuff is very effective for me. Out of sight, out of mind literally applies to me so much. Like regardless of it being an ex, like if I forget that I've got, you know, my glass of wine and I can't see it, then I'll forget about it. It's gone, I've forgotten, and then I'll find it 2 days later and be like, oh shit, yeah, like do you know what I mean? Like out of sight, out of mind is like the best possible advice. I know during a pandemic, it's so easy to go back to something that's familiar and an ex, because you don't have the means to find anything new, but trust me. They are an ex for a reason. If they're causing you stress, if they're affecting your work, if they are, you know, consuming your thoughts, but in a negative way of just the way that they make you feel, oh my God, cut them out. I cannot explain it. You don't realize it now, but they are probably the heaviest weight on your shoulders. And when you cut them out, officially block them, tell your friends, be like, look, as much as I say I don't want to do it, and like I say like, oh, I just want to text myself, don't let me. I know that's not what I want. Don't let me unblock him. Don't let me text him. Or like your parents, even tell like your sister and like your brother or your mum and your dad, like whoever you're living with and that you're around all the time that like is going to be able to stop you from doing that, tell them. And remember why you're doing it. And trust me, the day that you realize that you're over it, and the only way you're gonna get over it is by doing that kind of stuff. And as much as it hurts, cry it out, eat the chocolate bar, shower for 2 hours, have the bath, listen to the Billie Eilish album, you know what I mean? Do what you need to do to just like let out the sadness, but just make sure you're letting it out and not, and because that's still progression. Like don't go back on the progress that you're making, the crying and the sadness and stuff. One day that will stop, and that'll be a day of realization that you're getting over it, and you realize, oh, I actually can be happy without this person. It is possible, and that is a great direction to be going in, not back doing the same shit that you were doing that was making you upset. You need to be upset and like let it all out to be in the happier place. Okay, I hope that makes sense. And we're gonna cheers to getting over exes, not going back to them. We are leaving the toxic boys in 2020. Thank you. Someone said, advice for moving out on your own / new city. Well, okay, I'm gonna answer this one because I did that. I moved to a new city. It wasn't like a new city for me. Obviously, I'd been to Manchester a ton of times before because all of my friends were up here. I say all of my friends, like Hannah and Mads were up here. And the city that I lived in was just so, I don't know, maybe it's just because of the job that I was in and stuff. It was just so small, and I wasn't able to really like flourish. I feel like where I used to live, it was just everyone kind of had like nothing to do, so they were just all invested in like everyone's business. It was very gossipy, very bitchy, very toxic. Like, as much as I had like a really fun like upbringing and childhood and teenage years and stuff like that, now I live here, I'm just like, what the fuck was that? And I feel like it takes you moving away and really like having an outsider's view on things and stuff to make you really realize like, wow, I am so glad that I got out of that. That might not be your situation, but that was like my situation. But I've never been happier than I am living here. Like, I am just obsessed with the new city. But the thing is, I love newness. If I could move house every year, then I would. If I could redecorate like every few months, then I would. I love a refresh. I love new. So for me, moving to like a new city and moving out was the most exciting thing ever, and I was so excited to do it. I feel like I think it's the whole like reinvention side of things, whether it's, interior or like actually yourself, can be so exciting, and it's so fun. Be whoever you want to be. Do you know what I mean? No one knows you here. Is that not fun? Is that not like exciting? I don't know, maybe that's just me, but get excited for it. It will be the best thing you ever do, I promise. I've had a lot of people ask me about body confidence and self-confidence, and actually a lot of people saying like particularly during sex or like in a relationship. So self-confidence and body confidence during sex. I feel like it might be just like an older you get thing. You realize that no one cares. No one cares. Sex is just meant to like feel good. Yeah, if it looks good, like that adds to it, but sex is a very like internal thing that like the external, I feel like you realize doesn't really matter. Like, it really doesn't matter. Let yourself go and relax and just are confident and like just getting into it that way and just owning your body. And that is what is sexy to a guy or a girl, I feel like, is just owning it, owning yourself. Like, self-confidence is really sexy. So the fact that like people are like, how do I get there? Like, it's so like hard, because like it's just like, when people say like when you're depressed and they're like, oh, just like be happy, and they're like, great, thanks, that's really helpful. Like, that's the worst advice ever. But just learning to accept that this is the only body that you're gonna have, just knowing that this is you, you're only gonna be you for your whole life. Don't waste time being sad about like one boob being bigger than the other. Don't waste time about having a tummy. Don't waste time about a double chin. Like, no one cares. No one cares. You obviously care, but just like the sooner you realize that like nobody else cares, like, and you can just like let that go, oh my God, the weight lifted from your shoulders, and you'll start to realize that like you're a bit more like, out there, and you feel more confident when you just sort of think like, fuck everyone else. I really don't like, and if they do care, then that's not anyone that you want in your life. or around you. You just want the positive vibes, people that appreciate you for you and mainly who you are, like on the inside. And that is what's sexy. And you know when you're with someone that loves or like likes you for who you are on the inside and not the way that you look on the outside, hopefully you can just like relax with that person and let it go and just fucking I don't really know. Do you know what I'm saying? I'm trying not to go off a tangent and stuff, and I'm trying to be like as helpful as possible. And I know things are so much easier said than done, and I really need to like listen to this own advice that I'm preaching to you guys so much. Honestly, like if this year has taught us anything, is that life is too short to care about stupid shit like that. There is so much more important stuff, rather than thinking, you know, wasting time on stupid boys that are gonna judge you for having a fucking roll on your stomach. Like, if that's how they feel, there's not anyone that you should be even allowing to like touch you. They don't deserve you. Excuse me, sir. No. So it's hard for me to give like advice as if there's like a magical 3-step thing to just being self-confident. It's not. It's a journey that you need to take like on your own. It's just a lot of just, I don't know, like it's so hard for me to just sit here and be like, hey you, love yourself, like, because you're amazing. Like, do you know what I mean? Like, it's all well and good me saying that, and I genuinely mean it, but to take it on board and stuff is obviously a lot harder. Just go on that journey with yourself. Just realize that the aesthetic, like your aesthetic is not what's important. It's what on the inside that counts, and that's what makes you sexy, and that is what should make you self-confident and just confident in yourself and confident in the bedroom, girl. Like, just let it all go. Ooh, someone said how to keep a relationship exciting during lockdown. Can't really relate because not in a relationship, but things that I would do, www. Is it like annesummers.co.uk or like adamandeve.co.uk? I feel like toys and just like having a look on websites like that sell like sexual wellness products and stuff, and something new and exciting. I'm assuming that you might be talking about like sexually and stuff. Just like venture out and have fun. There's literally nothing else to do, so like I don't know why you wouldn't do that. Maybe, I don't know, so like suggest kind of like date nights at home, like take it in turns to cook for each other or play drinking games with each other. I know that feels like something that you do when you're single, but as a couple, like I feel like there must be drinking games out there for couples. Like I feel like that would be really fun. I don't know, just things like that, I guess. Can't really give too much advice because not been in that situation. That helps. I feel like that's kind of like, I don't know. I hope that's not just like generic advice. I actually think they're actually good shouts. Ooh, someone said how do I get over the feeling that I'll be alone forever? I so feel in that boat. But I just feel like I'm a very firm believer in whatever will be, and that everything happens for a reason. And just because you've been single up until this point maybe, or like single for a long time or something like that, that is just what is meant for you right now. Like clearly there's maybe a more internal reason or a deeper reason as to why that's happening, and maybe if it's actually like something that you're quite concerned about, just like, I don't know, have a look over your history, have a look deep inside and just think like, why is it that you're single? Because for me, I know it's because I'm picky, and I know it's because maybe I'm just like scared, or I'm always, I can't let myself like relax enough, you know, to just like live in the moment and enjoy myself. And I feel like that's obviously crucial, especially at like the beginning of a relationship and stuff. And that's something that I'm definitely like working on. I feel like realizing your own problems, not necessarily that they're problems, sorry, that's the wrong word. Realizing what it is that you're maybe doing is a great step for just like overcoming that. That might just only be like part of what's going on, but that's something that you can obviously work on because it's you. You know what I mean? So just realizing what it is that maybe you're doing or you're holding back or what you're really feeling, and just focusing on that and working on that, and you'll like surprise yourself at how much, you know, things will just fall into place. And when you're like really working on yourself, and not focusing on the fact that I don't have a boyfriend or a girlfriend, and like I'm gonna be single forever, and like really like being negative about the situation. But don't force it. Just work on yourself and focus on yourself. And people always say it's when you're not looking for it that it finds you. Obviously get yourself out there like on like the dating apps and stuff, like so you are actually like physically putting yourself out there if there's no other way that you can do that. But yeah, I feel like the main thing is just to work on yourself and be the best version of yourself, something that you're happy with and confident with. You'll be surprised at what life has in store for you. I'm gonna answer one more because I know I have 2 20-minute clips, so this video could genuinely be really fucking long. And I'm gonna end on this one, is single girl confidence and advice please, or just like how to slay being single and stuff. Okay, do you guys ask me this because you think I'm doing that? Because I mean, I'd hope so. But being single is all about focusing on yourself, because when you're single you can do whatever the fuck you want. That is the perks of being single. So whether that's getting glam for no reason, taking, you know, sexy photos of yourself if that's what makes you feel good, just doing things that make you feel good. I don't know. Like, it depends the angle we're coming at. Are you wanting to like thrive being single because you don't want to be in a relationship and therefore tips on doing that? Or tips on being single but like getting attention because you want to be in a relationship? I feel like they're 2 kind of different things. I'm not really sure. But either way, obviously being single is about focusing on yourself. So just doing things that make you feel good, feel pretty, feel confident. I love doing like little photo shoots at home, especially during this time. Why the fuck not take like fucking slay on Instagram, get the attention of people, you know, people might not expect it from you if you're not like someone that does that on Instagram. Like people will be like, okay, I see what you're doing there, like, you know what I mean? Like, that's like, do something different. Like, if you're doing it to try and get like people's like boy attention or girl attention or whatever, do something different that is gonna grab their attention, whether it's like a style of photo or an aesthetic or just like, I don't know, just something as long as it's making you feel good and like putting yourself out there in a good way, positive way, healthy way, confidence boosting way. I don't know, just live your best life. Take single trips on your own. I feel like, I know traveling at the moment is a little bit like question mark, like I said at the beginning. If you can and you're going on your own and you're healthy, then I don't personally see an issue with that. I don't know. And I know like a few of my friends did solo trips kind of before like traveling was a bit of a question mark, and they said it's the best thing they've ever done. Just going to a new city and, you know, these people have never met you before. Obviously, like, stay as safe as possible when you're traveling on your own, but just like taking yourself out to dinner, treating yourself. I feel like, you know what, I'm actually like in a relationship with myself. I love to spoil myself, treat myself, and do what is like best for myself. I feel like that is the way to thrive being single. I don't really know how to answer that question, but I hope that's kind of given you like some ideas. Maybe switch up your fashion, practice makeup, maybe post about it. Like if you're doing it in terms of like you want people to know that you're thriving, like share this kind of stuff with them. I don't know. They're just like my like ideas that I'm just throwing out there. I don't really even know if I answered the question properly, but I just get a lot of people ask me that, so I'm like thinking, like I don't know how to answer it. But I hope that kind of answered your question. Drink rosé. That's my answer to everything. Right, you guys. Oh my goodness. I feel like I have 1 taco left, but I can't do it, you guys. I'm so full. We're at the end of this video. I know I said I wanted that to be a long video, and I feel like I didn't answer loads of questions, but loads of you guys asked me the same questions, and I feel like I tried to go in depth as possible with all of them. So I really hope you guys enjoyed this video. I feel like it was only right to end, to end 2020 with this kind of video. I know you guys love them. I love doing them. I love filming them. I want to send you guys off into the new year with maybe like a new outlook or just some good advice on situations that you had a bit of a question mark about, or I don't know. I just hope you guys are feeling good and inspired after watching this video. Whenever you're watching it, you might not be watching it on New Year's Eve, you might not be watching it as it goes live, you might be watching it halfway through 2021 at this point. Like, I literally don't even know, but I really hope you guys have the best next year possible, or just the forever future possible. Let's make this year the best one yet. Even though if it still feels shit from the fucking remnants of 2020, for ourselves at least, let's just make this the best the breast. Let's just make this the best year that we can. I'm gonna be right there with you guys. I am so excited for 2021 and what it's gonna bring me and my friends. And I am so excited for 2021 for you guys. I hope it brings you health, happiness, positive vibes. I can't believe it's like the end of the year. It's crazy. It's crazy. Can't wait to continue this journey with you guys. I love you all so, so much. And oh God, I'm gonna be that person, aren't I? But I'm gonna see ya next year. Bye guys.